Hi, this is Erica Dyer with Incoherent Ramblings of a Crazy Bitch. And you know who this man is, the man who doesn't stop, who was just in Jamaica trying to find himself a wife. Nick, how's it going, Nick?
It's going good. How are you doing? How are you doing?
Good, but I want to hear about Jamaica. We'll get to my
Um,
ship.
do you want to do your cards? Do you want to do the
Oh,
cards?
yeah. Pulled him out. All right. To our bachelorette card. Oh, have you ever made a video of yourself having sex?
I have not. About 10 years ago, I would have wanted to. Now it's just like I don't want to do that.
Yeah. So I have, and we've talked about it before because when I did it, it was actually recorded on VHS. It was like a big recorder that my dad had. I had gotten from him. God, I was probably, Zachary was born, but I was probably only 21, 22. Yeah. Yep. Thank God it was not how I would not do it now. I absolutely would not do it now
So there's
because yeah.
so there's the Erica Dyer sex tape floating around somewhere. Gotcha.
Oh no, 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 no. I pulled the freaking shit right out of that. That's no longer in existence. Yeah. No, that's
It's,
gone. That's
it's good
gone.
to know. Good to
Yeah,
know.
that's gone. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, I do. And I always told my boys, do not send anybody a dick pic. Nobody wants to see that at all.
Oh
I've
God.
always told them that.
Well, yeah, and it's funny because I've thought about that. Like I've thought about like the exchange of pictures between like people you're interested to or you're talking to or whatever, you're in the new relationship or whatever. It's way easier for the girl to do it than the guy.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Nowadays, that shit lives forever. I was talking to Kathy about that today because I was actually doing work stuff on my phone while at lunch, and I was pulling up an Excel spreadsheet on my phone. And I said, Kathy, can you believe I did not see a computer in my classroom until fourth grade? I did not put my hands on a cell phone. I didn't get a cell phone until I was 30. And now here I am with a phone in hand pulling up an Excel spreadsheet. That's fucking amazing. But the other side of that is shit lives forever. Do not send dick or twat pics because that shit is forever.
Oh God. Also, well, yeah, and to add to that from the guy's side, like if a girl sends me something and then wants something in return, like it takes a whole process for me to like, get up and going and send her the picture,
Yep.
So like you like as a dude, you almost have to keep like a folder of them like, in hand
Yeah.
just
And
in
I think
case.
you did tell us you had like a little packet of dick pics. You did tell us that.
Yeah, it's in a folder somewhere. But it's one of those things where it's like, like sometimes if she sends you one and you're in the office or you're in traffic or whatever, it's like it's gonna be real difficult to send one back.
You want something that's nice and trimmed and a good angle,
Of
not
course, yeah.
with the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
toilet in the background.
No, 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 we don't
Something
want
quick
that.
you took at work.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Oh, God. All right. Oh, God. Would you watch a video of one of your hottest relatives having sex? No,
No, no, we couldn't do that. That'd
never.
be no, no.
No.
That's
But on
weird.
a side note, so my kids had came over, and we'll talk more about that later. My kids had came over with their girlfriends yesterday for Christmas, and I was telling them one of the movies I was in had came out on Amazon. And I said, yeah, some of them you might want to see, some of you may not. I said, some of them have nudity, not me, of course. I said, but like Murder Size, that has a lot of nudity in it, but it's funny. And then I said, and Triple Xmas. And and they're like, well, yeah, of course that's a porno. And my one kid spoke up and said, I want to watch that. And his girlfriend goes, you want to see your mom? I'm not naked in it. I am like a blip at the end. I am not nude in it. But I did
Exactly.
tell them, I said I did offer to be nude in a movie. I did. And they said, no, that's okay. Because I was supposed to wear like a flesh colored bodysuit. So I was supposed to look naked and the bodysuit didn't come. And I said, well, I'll do it naked as long as you don't show my naughty bits. You show my ass, just don't show, I'm not going to do a crotch shot, and I'll have to cover my breast. And they're like, no, that's okay. We're not going to make you do that. Like, son of a bitch, I am offering to be naked and nobody wants to see that shit. But
Oh
okay.
gosh.
All right. Oh, let's see affirmations. We want that later. All right, we'll do 50 Shades. By the way, I needed to loosen myself up because I needed to get excited. So I've been cleaning out the one kid's room, the last one that moved out, and he
Oh,
had a whole
okay.
bunch of little bottles of what was that? I just drank one of the bottles that was in his room, one of the little um tastes like cinnamon. Fireball. That's
Fireball.
what it
Oh
was.
God,
I
Fireball's
just put
terrible.
the I know. I'm like, oh God, that brings back memories. But I'm like, oh, I'm about ready to get up on here with Nick and I need to relax a little bit. I need to actually have some fun because right now I just want to go to bed.
I know.
Like, fuck.
Yeah, I was sitting on my old couch watching something on some horror movie on Tubi, and I was just like, it's about that time. I need to go ahead and get send you the link. It's like, all right, one last one for the year. It's okay. It's okay.
What's over there? What are you sniffing? I want to think about what she's sniffing at. All right. Which friend has the highest sex drive? I can name that one. You know the person that has the highest sex drive
Okay.
because, like, I mean, I've gone a distance for some dick before, but I ain't never flown to another state to get it. You know who I'm talking about?
I do. I do.
So, what about you? Which one of your friends has the highest sex drive?
Highest sex drive. I would say the tall guy that you met.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Because yeah, when he was with his previous girlfriend, who was terrible. Um um yeah, he was talking about them doing all kinds of stuff all the time. Just like, yeah, buddy, that's good for you. Thanks. I don't need the gross details. Thanks.
Hmm. I know a guy that yeah, I was just talking to a friend about this. His business is probably about bankrupt because he got fucking with this chick that was the best sex he ever had, and now he's ended up in jail and gonna lose his business, divorced from his wife, and I'm like, yeah, that's some powerful pussy there, but I mean, damn, yeah,
Yeah, you got to take some of the shit into consideration. Like, is it worth like losing everything for? That's
yeah,
that's
yeah. I'm
the
like, well, first of all, he was married. He shouldn't have been testing it out anyways.
no,
Mm,
no,
okay. Oh, which friend is most likely to start an online love affair?
probably me. Probably
Well, I
me.
can see that. I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see that.
I'm
We'll get
on.
to your love life.
Yeah, I'm on like 4 apps. So
I actually had a friend that started an online love affair. She worked a job in a call center. She was married with three kids. And in this call center, well, not really a call center, but in the work that she did, she was constantly on the phone. And she would speak to this person that was clear across the country. We're in Indiana and he was clear across the country. And they started uh it phone sex. I mean that it was strictly yeah. But uh I mean, her husband did come home and end up finding her on the phone one time and beat the shit out of her. And she did
ooh,
end up getting divorced from her husband and moving to the state that this guy was from. Yeah, they ended up
jeez.
together. Yeah. But this was back before, we did computer dating or any of that stuff. So, yeah, yeah, I mean, many computer datings. I mean, she spoke to him online some because she worked in that kind of industry. But
Okay, yeah, no, that's
yeah, yeah, like he must have been known how to dirty talk. All right, you gave me. See, it's flipped on the screen,
no,
but it's
yeah,
you got this from what's his name?
Drew Marvick.
Drew Marvick.
Yeah,
Marvick.
yeah, the writer director of Pool Party Massacre.
Okay.
Yeah. He was apparently he was cleaning out his grandparents' house or whatever, and I saw it on a post he had, and I was like, "Hey, is it possible, for me to acquire that?" He's like, "Anything's for sale." I'm like, "Okay."
Oh my
So,
God.
so
These are going to last us forever. This is funny because they're a bunch of little cards. I opened it up.
hmm
There are a bunch of little trivia cards, and I'm sure you've looked at it, but just so everybody knows. And it has a list of options on there. What I'm assuming, I didn't read the directions, but if you were actually playing a game, you would pick one of the topics: lesbian orgy, penthouse, testicles, Marilyn Monroe, class, or syphilis. What is your choice, Nick?
I think there's a legend. I think there's a legend on what the symbols mean on the other box that you're holding.
Is there? Oh, oh, yeah. Okay. So the lesbian orgy, we got peep show. Oh, wait, I got it flipped around. Those were the answers. I pick a different card. I'm like, oh, these are great topics. All right. So there's a a camera, which is the peep show. And then there's a magazine, which is the centerfold. And then you got the sexual revolution, hot flashes, ACDC, and TNA. Do you want the bikini, the cord, the electric sign, the flash, the what is that called? I know it's this it's male and female icons there. Which one do you want?
Give me the camera. Give me the camera.
Okay. The camera is for peep show. It's going to be movies, TV, or video. What is the average length of most X-rated films?
Oh, okay. I'm going to say 90 minutes.
75 minutes. You lose. You probably stop it way before the end, so you didn't really know how long it was.
No, I just skipped all the good parts. That's all I do.
Oh, these are funny. All right, pick another one. We'll do one more.
All right, let's do the lightning bolt.
Okay. Hot flashes could be events, people, headlines, or scandals.
Nice.
Speaking of hot flashes, man, I've been having them like crazy. All right. Oh, this is, no, I don't like this one. This is stupid.
All right, pick. All right, then you
Yeah,
pick.
pick. Let's do, um, okay, AC/DC, which is variations, alternative lifestyles, and it's the power chord.
Okay.
What part of a man does porn star Laureen Wild look at first?
His big toe.
His buns. That's interesting. That's interesting. No, the one that I told you that was stupid was where were Prince Charles and Lady Diana Spencer married?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once again, that box is from the 70s. It's gonna vary.
Yeah,
It's gonna
that's true.
it's gonna vary a lot.
Oh my God. Yeah, this be a great game. Oh shit. Yeah. Because we'll do these questions when we interview people. We're gonna do some of these. Those are awesome. All right. That is the cards. So where are we gonna start?
I don't know. You wanted to hear about Jamaica and how
I
and how
do. I do want to hear about Jamaica, and I'm gonna eat my fruit while I'm listening.
That's fine. So, went to a wedding in Jamaica. I sent you and Kathy the pictures as much as I
Hmm.
could, anyways.
You look very good.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I made my niece take them and told them, I was gonna use them for my dating profile. Yeah,
Which you certainly can.
yeah, 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 for sure. But she's 14, so I assume she would take better pictures than my mom would. So
Yeah.
that's why I made her do it. Um, so yeah, it was like my cousin's wedding, who's their family used to live in Jamaica, and known them for forever, so they invited us. I drove from Atlanta to Knoxville to fly with my family, which was a mistake, terrible mistake. Because we flew out of the Knoxville airport with all of like six terminals, I think. Yeah, it wasn't very much. We left at like three. We left our place at 3 in the morning. I had to get to the airport like by
Mm,
I think 4 or something,
that
so we could get a
sucks.
plane. Yeah, and there was a woman in front of us, and like there was only two um gate agents, I guess is what they're called. And there was one woman who took, I think, 50-pound like crates, like plastic crates on the plane with her. And I guess she was moving to like Bermuda or something. I don't fucking know. Um, but we got up to the gate and then the woman's like, "Oh, you have to go to like, gojamaica.gov or whatever and get your visa or whatever for it." I'm like, "Oh, wonderful."
Okay.
So that was an ordeal. Like luckily, I know how to use the phone and I could do my mom's and mine like very quickly. But my niece, who also came with us, had to do her dad's and my aunt and uncle. She had to do three, and including herself, like four of them at once. So that was her task, you know.
Hmm.
Um, eventually we did it, and eventually they got our bags in the plane. We went to security, thankfully, without being a small airport. The air security was like 2 seconds. Got on the flight, and like my aunt booked the whole thing. She was one with all the information, which was once again a mistake because she barely can use a phone. Um, we she had us all sitting together all the time, and like she used I think cheapo.air or whatever to like cheapoair.com or whatever to get the plane tickets. And so we were all always in the back of the plane in the very cramped seat, so that was a lot of fun. We went from Knoxville to Charlotte, and then we had to run from one end of the airport to the other.
Oh, that
Um,
sucks. I hate when that happens.
yeah, but then yeah, then when we got there, we realized we had like 90 minutes to not do anything, so that was weird. So that was not fun. But also like my aunt and uncle needed a wheelchair and there was only one like 20-year-old dude there, so he pushed one
Mm.
person, I pushed the other. Mind you, their son is there, who's my cousin. He didn't push any of them. So he was really useful.
Hmm. Sounds
Um
like it.
yeah. So we get to the gate, they're hungry because it's like 6 or 7 in the morning now. And so I'm trucking all these old people around this gate.
You're being good.
Listen, as good as I've been, I should get a break and become a millionaire or have four wives or something. Like this being good shit ain't fucking working out. I'm sorry. All right,
Settle for
really.
one life. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that too. Or like or three models, whatever. I'll take it. I'll take whatever. But so it's like 6 or 7 in the morning in the airport. Everybody's gone through security. They're cranky. They're getting on a flight to go somewhere. It's the morning. They want their coffee and stuff like that. So we end up at a Dunkin' Donuts, and these three people are walking through the line, normally and just like looking at the menu as soon as they get up there and like being like, oh, I don't know what to get. Does this have this in it? Does this have that in it? I'm like, there are people behind you, people. Like, hurry the fuck
Just
up.
order.
Just order. And like I was very audible. Like I just what I said to them, I was like, just order, let's go. So they did, and they weren't very happy about it. But I was just like, I don't know what to tell you. Um, we ordered, we sat down, we ate, and then we got back on the flight and then flew to Jamaica. And once we got to Jamaica, we had to go through that immigration, which was also like 3 hours long.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I don't remember it being that long when I went there before,
Same
but
here. When I went last year, it was not that bad.
mm-mm.
It was easy. It was like 5 minutes max for me and my cousin.
And I don't remember having to do the visa thing ahead of time. I think we did it on the plane.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Same here. Yeah, same here. We did it on the plane. We did it on
Hmm.
the plane. Yeah, same,
Hmm.
same. But once again, small airport. All
True.
the bullshit you gotta deal with. We did that. You do the facial recognition computer, then you have to wait in a line to go down and talk to somebody. And by that time, you talk to somebody and you go through another little gate, and they look at you, make sure who you are, ask you why you're here, what are you doing, and all that other stuff. Then you have to go pick up your bags. Then you have to find, my aunt once again is like trying to use her phone in another country that doesn't know how to and doesn't realize that like, her her phone has already switched over to like the international stuff and it's not a big deal.
Hmm.
So then she calls somebody and makes sure we talk to whoever to get us the shuttle there and we do. They're there, get to the shuttle. Luckily the hotel is like 20-minute drive away, not that far. Get our bags out, put them where they need to go for the porter or whatever, go in the giant line to get into the hotel. We eventually make it to the front of the line, and my aunt's like, "Oh, we had 4 rooms," and the guy's like frantically looking in the computer.
Hmm.
And it seems like everybody's there trying to get their room, their situation, like trying to get into the room. And my aunt finally figures it out, and she's like, "Oh, and the guy's like, "Oh, we have, you had 4 rooms. There are 3 on one floor and one on the other." And I was just like, "Listen, I'll take the one on the other. I wanted one by myself anyways. I'm not gonna be nobody's in my room. Like, it's fine." She's like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll live. It's okay. I can walk up a flight of stairs or go down the elevator. It's not gonna kill me. It's fine." Um, so they have to wait. So because I did that, they had to wait for theirs to get ready, and mine was ready sooner than theirs.
Mm.
So, and it's funny because like my aunt and my cousin have never been to an all-inclusive resort. They went to the coffee shop and they were like, "Oh, we didn't have to pay." I'm like, "All-inclusive. Like once
Hmm.
you step on the property, like that's it. It's
Hmm.
it's all
Mm.
there. Only thing you gotta do is like, tip them every now and again. That's it."
Yep.
Yeah.
That is the way to go.
So yeah, I get to my room, relax for a minute, put on at least a decent shirt, and go meet the family, and start talking to people, things like that. Meet the bride and the groom. I mean, the groom I've known, he was ever since he was a kid. I've known him, but the bride is like, I don't think I've met her before. It's like I don't recognize her from anything, but very very pretty, mixed girl, very sweet, very very sweet. Um, talk to the family, talk to the aunties and uncles, and all that other shit. They're already getting questions like, "Oh, why didn't you bring anybody? Do you not have anybody? What's
Oh
going
God.
on?" Immediately get that. So we have our dinner or whatever, and then like I'm ready to go to bed. I just sleep until the next day, and everybody else is as well too. They're pissed off and they're angry and they just want to go to sleep. And this is an old resort. This is like I think this is Hilton, like Hilton Rose Hall or whatever it is,
Yeah.
in Montego Bay. It's very old because nothing was open past 9:30. Nothing was not even the club or the bar or whatever past 9:30. I was like, what is
Oh
this?
my God. What kind of resort? Oh my God. Yeah, that's an old people resort.
Yeah, I think it's like a family old people resort is what it is. Because
Hmm. Hmm.
I was just like, well, what if I wanted beer or a drink or something? Or they're like, oh, get it beforehand. I'm like, okay,
Okay. All right.
jeez. Or they're like, oh, order room service. I'm like, really? It's like, all right, fine. I
Mm.
did, I did once and it was very like subpar. It was very much like they'd like microwave something for me and like throw it in a plate and
Um,
give it to me.
mm.
Yeah. So yeah, mom and my aunt and my cousin are like, "Hey, go talk to somebody. Go talk to some people. Go talk to anybody." I'm just like, "Yeah, yeah, don't worry. I will. I will." I barely did. I didn't. I honestly I didn't care. Like I was just trying to enjoy Jamaica. Um, so the next day we get up and what's the next day? Oh yeah, it's my nephew's like let's say bar mitzvah. Like that's kind of the thing we do. Like if he's a certain age or he's 13 or 14 or 15, he has to do it as like, a rite of passage kind of thing in our culture.
Hmm.
So we
Hmm.
do that in the evening, thankfully. It takes a long time and like mind you, like the people that got to do all the pictures and video is insane. They have like 4 photographers, plus they had a drone going the whole time.
A drone?
Yes, a drone, a video
Damn.
drone going the whole time. I was just like, this is insane. So yeah. And
It is crazy.
yeah, I know. And basically like you knew where we were all the time because everybody was dressed in very nice and colorful clothes and we were all in like one area. So like you had people you had families and kids and stuff like on the lazy river of the resort just like floating by as we're doing this stuff. And we're all dressed like to the nines and all of our outfits. So yeah. So we had that. I think yeah, we had some dinner that night as well. That was the only event. Oh no, no, sorry. No, that wasn't he wasn't the only event. No. That was the evening. That night we had to we had to go we had like an hour and a half to change. Well, like an hour to change. And so we got out of our Indian outfits and had to go put on something at least like halfway decent for the dinner that night. And the dinner was like offsite. It was like a shuttle ride down the road. Um and we did that, that one I wasn't too dressed up for. I was just wearing like a black button-down shirt and some gray pants. Like it wasn't that wasn't
Hmm.
that a big deal. Um, sat and talked with my other aunt and uncle whose kids it was. They were okay. They weren't mean. They weren't that mean or anything, but they were busy, so, whatever. Um, finally got to, and the bride and groom made the rounds to all the aunts and uncles, all the tables talking to everybody, and I was just like, here, man, take, here, have my egg rolls. You're not gonna eat. He's like, thanks, thanks. And he gave one to his fiance as well. I was like, give her one too. I'm sure you guys haven't eaten. You've just been like going and going. He's like, thanks, man. I'm like, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, because I've been to those things. Like the bride and groom just don't eat. They have to keep like,
Yeah. There's so many people there and they're just everybody wants to talk to them, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I was like, here, take my egg rolls. So like they quietly like wolf them down in the corner real quick. But no, that was that dinner was pretty good. And then yeah, we went back. No big deal. Then the next day was the Indian wedding. Indian wedding? Yeah, next it was the Indian wedding. And
Where
that's
she
the
was
one.
wearing that beautiful red dress.
Yes, that's the one. That's the one, yeah. Yeah. That was it. That was in the afternoon, thankfully. Not too early or whatever. But yeah, like we got dressed. We all um what is it? Went to I'm trying to think what else, like what other events I may have been. Oh, yeah. No. Sorry. That was the next day was the Sangeet was like the ceremony before the wedding. That's what it was.
Mm,
It's basically a song and dance that everybody does for the bride and groom. You'll have the kids performing dances, his brother, their friends, whatever, doing the whole thing. Will be a lot. It's just like a lot of food, a lot of celebration, this, that, and the other, for the wedding.
hmm.
And that was fun. Talked to a couple of girls here and there. Made some jokes. It was good. They were already taken though, so that was my bad.
Mm. You know what? But that's okay. That's
But no,
okay.
I
You're
wasn't.
just
I
talking.
wasn't. Yeah,
Yeah.
no. I wasn't. I wasn't mad about it or hurt about it. Like the girl said, "Oh, I'm gonna go back to my boyfriend." I was like, "Cool," and then that was it. I was embarrassed for 2 seconds and walked off. So I didn't make a big deal about it. Didn't give her a snide comment. I was like, "All right, on to the next one," and that was it.
Mm.
So yeah,
And that was it. But you didn't meet anybody that you made a connection with. You said they were with people, um, but you had a good time, right?
yeah. Yeah, we had
Okay.
the wedding the next day. Sorry, after that was the wedding, which was there were two weddings. I was unaware of this entirely. There was the Indian wedding in like the afternoon, and then in the evening there was the like I guess Catholic wedding or whatever. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was that too. So that's why I had the Indian outfit on earlier in the day, and then the normal suit on later that day.
Well, that was nice that they did both. Yeah.
Yeah, well, with this family, that's not uncommon. I think the first son was like that as well too. He got married in Orlando, like I don't know, like 20 years ago, and his wife is I want to say she's Caribbean for sure. And there was a whole controversy with that because,
Mhm.
she was not Indian nor white, and they had a whole thing with that. But She is the sweetest person I've ever met. Every time she saw us, she would give us all hugs all the time, even though she was like
Oh.
helping with the wedding. I threw her bottles of water as well. I was here, take the water, go, drink something, sit down for a second, because she was running around too. What? No, she's always been super nice to all of us. She's great. She's wonderful. Um, yeah. And then I think, oh God, what was it? Once everything happened, we had a good time. I think that last night, my cousin like texted me. She's like, "Yo, come out. We're at this like I think it was a sports club that was in the resort. They were there for a bit, so I got to hang
Mhm.
out with them afterwards. Everybody was in their street clothes, and we were there for about 30 minutes, and then they shut the place down. But like my cousins did the most Indian thing fucking ever.
What?
They took these water bottles, like these, like they were like half of a normal water bottle size. Then they gave the bartender like I don't know, 20 or $30 to fill up each bottle with whiskey, vodka, and then like tequila. And then they also got mixers from him and then 2 cups of ice. And they carried all this bartending bullshit to the beach. So
Oh,
everybody could
that's
make
good.
everybody could make drinks while we were like sitting there like in,
That's awesome.
in front
That's
of the pool or whatever.
awesome.
But like that's like that's happened so many times to me at these weddings. So many times. Like they either bring bottles that they've brought themselves or they'll like give money to the bartender like, hey, can we get some stuff? Like it's always one of the things.
Oh, good.
But it was nice, yeah. The last night I drank with these people until like 3 in the. Then I had to go back and like yeah. Then I went back and slept. I had my alarm set so I could get up, but like I had my alarm set so I could get up and go get breakfast because it was like everything's buffet style. So got breakfast, said bye to everybody, did the thing, and then me packing, mind you, is me literally throwing everything into my suitcase. Like just making sure I had everything and it was thrown into my suitcase. That was me packing. Nothing was folded. Nothing was put where it was. Just making sure I had everything. And then flying back was torture in itself because there was immigration there, security there. We went from Jamaica to Miami. In Miami, we had like a 5 hour layover, and then eventually came back to Tennessee and home, and it was just yeah, it was an ordeal.
Luther, get away from there, fucker. Trying to eat my boxes. Yeah, because you were only there 4 days, right?
Yeah. Only like
Yeah, it
four
was
days. Yeah,
very quick turnaround. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I
but
hate coming back into the States. That's fucking a pain in the ass.
well, actually, what happened is when we went through immigration, it was me and mom because she was fine, but like she didn't need a wheelchair or anything. She just needed help like pushing the bags and stuff. But my niece's bag got shot to Knoxville like immediately. She didn't even get it. She didn't even get it to put into through immigration then their security thing because they couldn't find it when they were there going through immigration. So like they were like, "What's the problem?" It took them an hour and a half to figure out like it had got sent to Knoxville ahead of time for some reason.
Hmm.
They didn't know why. It just happened. So. Yeah, because like we were waiting for them at the other end of the
Yeah.
security thing, and like we were just sitting there for like 15 minutes, and mom calls them. It's like, oh yeah, this is whole ordeal happening. We're like, fuck it,
What?
whatever. We're gonna go get food and go sit at the gate. We'll see you there.
Hmm.
Yeah, but it was it was an experience. I don't think I'll ever travel that way again.
From a little airport like that.
Yeah, because I don't like doing these hops of like
Yeah.
I can't. I'll spend extra money and do a straight flight. I can't do these little like layovers and things because if the flight's later, there's equipment problems, then you have to
Yep.
run to your gate. It's a whole ordeal. So
Yep.
I can't.
Yep. And you always got to get on a little plane to go and get on a bigger plane.
Correct.
That's the thing when you leave from the small airports. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, correct. I mean, mind you, these are all domestic, and the flights were like probably the very most about an hour and a half a piece. That wasn't bad,
Yeah.
So still though.
Hmm.
But it was nice being in tropical climate while everybody was kind of freezing here.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, actually, knock on wood, we haven't got a lot of snow, but yeah, it's been cold. been chilly.
Yeah, yeah.
There were some days that it was really cold,
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
but I am ready for winter to be over. That is for sure. I need the daylight.
I agree. I agree. But
So
yeah.
you brought up the Indian wedding, which made me think of, have you read anything that Musk or what's his name? Vivek?
Okay.
You are the chosen people now. Do you realize that? I was like, oh my God, you're the chosen ones.
Apparently. Well, I mean, if you look at the stats for us in particular, it's been quite good. It's been quite good. But it's funny because because we're very quiet people. We don't, make a lot of noise. Well, some of us
Yeah.
do, but the majority of us don't, and it's just kind of funny to see like people be like, "Oh my God, they have all this land and all this money," and I was like, "Yeah, we do. It's
Because
how it
you,
works."
yeah, yeah, you guys don't make a big deal of it. You work like we've talked about that before, where a lot of the Indians that come and they own the gas stations or the laundromats, they work fucking 80 or more hours a week.
Hmm.
They always work. That's all what they always do.
Hmm.
They work their asses off.
Yep, and they employ their kids and their uncles and aunts and everybody,
But
and they get them visas and stuff, and it's
yep,
just yeah.
I thought that was hilarious because you would have thought if they were talking about the tech industry, um competing with like Japan or the people, I don't even know what other countries that America sees as like really high tech. But yeah, yeah. Oh, they love your culture. Yeah, I was reading, I was like, holy shit.
Oh, they do. Well, because one of the MIT is considered like the epitome of like a tech college in the US.
Yep.
There's the equivalent in India that it's funny because all these tech companies built it in like the early 80s or late 70s because they wanted cheap labor.
Yeah.
They got it. And here's the thing is like they're still predatory because I know a couple people who work in tech in California, and they're held by the H-1 visa, which is a work visa for, living in the States.
Yeah.
And they work for Google and Amazon, and they are like it's almost slave labor, and it's a very threatening thing. It's like you have to come in early, you have to do overtime, you have to do certain things, and they pay you shit because they kind of have you by the balls, you know?
Yeah.
So it's a weird thing. But I mean, once,
It is.
yeah,
The companies that they seem to be very much taking advantage
yeah, no, they
of
are.
people that want to come over here. But it was Musk also in this Vivek, whatever his name is. They both basically were saying the same thing that they couldn't find the top of the line or hire in the States because when you're trying to be the best of the best, we just don't have that here. You got to bring you like if you have a sports team, you want the
Yeah.
best of the best. So we got to go out of the country to find that.
I
It's like,
mean, well, I mean, if the numbers tell that story, then that's correct. I'm not gonna say anything else because
yeah,
people feel a certain way about it. But I mean, if the numbers are there, then the evidence is there, then yeah, I mean they're not wrong.
yeah.
But
But the other argument is put more into the education in the States. But yeah, no, we've talked about that before. Like when Mexicans, Guatemalans, all of them want to come and get a better life here in the US, they will work the jobs
yeah,
that us Americans that have been around for a long time. I mean, um, I don't know how you feel about scrubbing toilets, but it's not a job I ever want to do. I've never worked in a factory. I've never, but I've never had to.
yeah, exactly, yeah, same here.
You know, I suppose if I had to, I would. But yeah, I mean, there's job opportunities out there, but a lot of your standard American born people that their families have been here forever, we're lazy. I'll say it. We're lazy. We're very expectant. I saw it myself when we went to Cuba. Um, we went to Cuba on a cruise and I took my kids with us. And the one tour that we were on, they uh we went to this restaurant, right? And of
Hmm.
course, these are mostly Americans, and they kind of seat us all together. And the waiter did not speak English at all. And one of the women that were sitting there said, well, you would think if they're going to have Americans come here that they would have the server speak English. And I'm like, we're in fucking Havana. We're in Cuba. And she's like, well, you would think they would speak English. Why would they bring us here? Because we're in a foreign country. I was just like,
I've seen TikToks like about that too. There it's just like these people who would go over like France or like Germany or Japan. It's like, oh, they don't speak the language, they don't speak American or English. I'm like, you're in another country.
yeah, you just kind of
Yeah,
roll with it, you know, you point out what you want on the menu. I mean, yeah,
yeah,
and
that's
hope for the best. You
yeah.
might get what you want, you may not. The other day I went to a restaurant and I did not get what I wanted, but that's okay. I ate it.
Oh my God.
I figured there was some kind of language barrier and maybe my finger moved when I pointed. I don't know.
Oh geez. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I've heard about these guys talk. And I mean, it's at least, at least I mean, they're not lying. They're telling the truth really. And it's just like, yeah, there needs to be, but the thing is with the American school system is that the curriculum has to change and there has to be
Yeah.
concentrations on excellence as opposed to kids feeling good or like being accepted.
Yes.
Like there has to be this thing of like, and a lot of the schools also rely on like tests being a certain way as opposed to,
Hmm. Nobody
com
fails. No one left behind.
yeah, yeah. That's the thing is like, yeah, then there can't be anybody left behind, and then they're not, and like teaching so many kids the same thing. Not every kid learns the same way, and
Yep.
so there's that too.
Yep.
You know,
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly. Classrooms are too big, but they don't pay teachers shit. Teachers
yeah.
can make more working at a factory. That's what's sad.
Hmm.
That's what's sad right there. Um, but yeah, that's why I right away thought of Japan because I know fuck, they I think China does it too, where they when their kids are young, like from a very young age, they start drilling education into them and expectations.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, even when my mom went to school in India, it was the same thing. Like the education there was, ridiculous because they don't care. Once again, like in the US, they don't care about your feelings or whatever bullshit.
Hmm.
Like you're there to learn, and you have to learn.
Well, and I found this out when we went to Cuba. They teach English in their schools. It's part of their curriculum.
Yeah. Oh
Not only
no,
do they speak uh, and this sounds very ignorant, but I think that it's Spanish, right? That they
correct. It
speak.
is. Yeah.
Um, but they also teach English. Yeah, they're all taught a second language. I was
Mm.
like, that's pretty fucking amazing. Even from elementary, they are expected to understand English.
Yeah, because I mean, they know that America's especially living in that area, there's gonna be American tourists. They're probably gonna be doing business with Americans or trying to get a
Because they're
job there.
so
So
close. Yeah.
yeah, they're so close. So there's that too. So that's the whole connotation of that. But I mean, usually with countries like that, you'll get people who don't know how to speak English teaching English. You can't like, especially in Cuba, where
Mm,
they're like borders, like every election, it seems like you can go there, then you can't go there. You can go there, you can't go
hmm.
there, kind of thing. Um, it varies on like who can go in and out. So I'm sure it varies on like who they can get for the English class in their schools.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the
Yep.
thing.
Another thing that they did in Cuba that I found pretty fascinating, like they work out deals, not with America, obviously, because I don't know why we're still hating on Cuba, but they they will take some of like their top people, doctors or whatever, and they will basically trade with other countries. You need doctors, here's 5 doctors, we need people that can do yada yada yada, and they will trade people for a few years. Like
Hmm.
Yeah. I
Yep.
was like, that's pretty fucking cool too.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
As long as the people agree to it, I suppose.
Oh yeah, of
I
course.
hope they're not just trading them here.
Yeah.
But but yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting too.
Hmm.
I was
Yeah.
like, that'd be very helpful.
Well, I mean,
But yeah, I thought about that when I was seeing their post because Elon was getting pretty yeah.
and the guy who runs Google is Indian. Like he's Indian. And it's funny because a lot of the people who run the big tech companies or even a tech startup or run these like yeah, running a lot of the tech companies are
Hmm.
higher ups in, are Indian and they're higher ups in companies or they're owners of companies. That's just how it is. Um, what is it? If you look at the LinkedIn for a lot of these companies, you'll see a lot of Indian guys at like the
Hmm.
C level or the C-suite level kind of, area a lot.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. So,
Oh, I mean, and that's just, I mean, India has a very large population. We got to look at the numbers too.
mhm.
So, I mean, but yeah, I thought that was funny. I was like, Nick's the chosen people. Everybody's gonna yeah, that was funny. That
Yeah.
was funny.
Well, I mean, I do hope that, with them, running the country now, they make the visas for Indians a little bit easier because it seems like regardless of administration, it's always tough every year.
Well, they need to stop with the and I think the argument with the visas is some of the people that they're bringing in, it's not for those high paying tech jobs. They're for more lower wage jobs, but they're probably people that have family over here.
Yeah.
And, or they can make more here and they can send back to family. So,
No, that's how it's always been. You'll get the brother who can come here, with a wife or maybe by himself. And then as soon as he gets a family going, he'll make a business and then start the whole process of
bring them.
bringing
Mhm.
them over for with the visas. And like the visas, mind you, take I'm gonna say it's been 10 it's a 10-year process.
No shit.
10 years and like 100+ thousand dollars.
Oh my God, I had no idea.
Yep, that's what it is.
Oh,
Because
that's nuts.
I know my nephew and my uncle and their family, they moved here, I want to say like 15 years ago. And he got his green card when he was in high school right before was able to sign up for college. And they started that process as soon as they were here long enough. And I think it started when he was like 5 or 6. And
Wow.
he got it when he was like 16 or 17, like right before he left for college. He could sign up for the stuff and get all that stuff going. So,
Wow.
and
Yeah,
here's the here's the fucked up part. Once you get your green card, you're not even a US citizen yet. You have to do after
yeah,
5 years, you get your citizenship test, and then you get your card after that, and you're a citizen. So it's really 15 years.
yeah. Damn. Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah, and there were instances where like they didn't have like one piece of paper in their stack and they had to redo everything and pay for it again and do it and go through the process and wait in line and
Oh,
yeah.
that sucks.
Yeah, I've had cousins and uncles and everybody go through the exact same thing.
Mm,
It's funny because we know a law firm and the lawyers who do the immigration stuff in New York. Like we know the name and we have their cards
hmm.
and it's a family of people who've been doing it for 30 and 40 years now. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And see, you're given that other side of it because I think a lot of these people that are like, oh, do away with that what is it, H-1B or whatever, that visa, and you should give these jobs to Americans. I don't think they realize how hard it is to actually, I mean, I didn't know it was that hard to actually get one and come over here and then become a US citizen.
Yeah, and
I
I
mean,
mean
that's the whole process.
yeah, and I mean I'm all for doing it legally and
Yeah,
that's what we've been doing. That's what
but
they've done. Like
that's
it's
that's a little ridiculous to, I mean, that it takes that long.
mhm.
I
Yeah.
don't think it should take that long. That's a little
Well,
ridiculous.
here's the thing. My aunt who's born and lived in Spain, who's also Indian. she can come here in 2 years, or I think 2 or 3 years, as opposed to 10 years, just because her visa and her birth certificate is European or Spanish. Like,
Wow.
yeah, I'm not kidding.
Wow.
Yeah,
That is nuts.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't either. It's funny. It's really terrible. And like these tech companies once again will prey on these people, prey at this college in India, and they'll bring these people over on an H-1B, have them pay for it, and then have them work for 10 years while they're under the thumb and like doing that whole
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, now that's wrong. That's wrong. It's like having an indentured servant or, fucking slavery, modern day slavery, come over here and now we got you for 10 years until, you get your green card. But yeah, I thought that was interesting when they were posted that.
Yeah, it
I
was
was
it was
laughing.
funny because he was basically saying the truth, and once people heard it, they weren't very happy about it. I'm like, no, that's how it is. That's exactly how it is. Like, I don't know. He's not nothing he said is wrong.
Well, and I don't know why people were surprised. I mean, a lot of the physicians that I work with, um, yeah, they're from India. We get a lot from India. Trying to think of what other countries, but yeah, yeah. I mean, we have all kinds of physicians
Yeah, you
that
probably get it. You
come
probably get
through.
them from like India, Malaysia, and Pakistan. You probably get them from there a
Yeah,
lot.
I think yeah.
Yeah, because well, no, you probably get them from the Philippines too, because
Oh, yes, definitely,
yeah,
definitely.
because that whole culture. Well, and here's the other caveat of like that whole culture is that culture is very toxic to people, to the first generation kids who come through there, who have to live here, because you'll get parents who are extremely overbearing and don't give a shit and will grind you to the bone
Mm.
and have you work your ass off. And if you get a B, you'll be shunned in any of your classes. Um, and you'll get that happening, and then they want you to be either work work in tech or work in the medical field. That's the only two things. Yeah, sorry. You either work in tech, work in the medical field, or take over the family business. Those are your three options only. That's it.
Oh God.
And mind you, while you're in high school and college, you cannot date anybody. But then as soon as you turn like 20, 25, it's like, why aren't you dating somebody? Why aren't you married already? Like it's a very like weird thing.
God. Haven't you found somebody yet?
Yeah, no, no, that's like it's a very toxic culture. It's so weird because like I have white friends, and it's just like, aren't you guys, don't you guys have a family like this? And like, no, we don't. We're fine. I'm like, okay, sure.
Oh God. Oh shit. So how was Christmas? You said you're still at your mom's, right?
Yeah, Christmas was a shit show. My niece, who's 14, dictated what we were doing,
Oh.
which was a great idea. Let me tell you, that's sarcasm. Um, she said, "Oh, well, we'll wear like PJ pants and Christmas shirts and do Christmas." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." So we do it at my aunt's house, and there's like 30 of us there, which is the most it's ever been there. And there's family who I've never met before who are there, who I don't care to meet. It's only for Christmas. I'm not going to see them again. It doesn't really
Hmm.
matter.
Hmm.
So there are 30 of us there, and I just don't want to be there. I just really don't. There's too many of us.
Oh
And
God.
also my aunt wanted to cook. Usually what we do is my mom will order a mass amount of Thai food like 2 days
Yeah.
before.
You've talked about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
she'll
said
put in
that
the
last
order.
year.
I've got
Yeah.
to go pick it up, and that's it. My
Yeah.
my aunt was like, "No, I'm cooking." I'm like, "Whatever." So my sister-in-law and my mom make appetizers, and so does everybody else. We just make things to pick on for everybody else, and it takes fucking forever for the food to come out. We get there at like 8:39, and we're already like picking on food. Nothing's ready until like midnight or like 11:30. Like it's and also I also hate this that my aunt does. She wants to take pictures of everybody in every combination that we could ever do.
Oh God.
Yeah. It's like it was me and my mom, then me and my brother, then me and my brother and my mom, then my brother and his
We didn't
brother
take a
as
single picture. Not a
yeah.
single one.
Yeah, and then like mind you, my aunt then like will send them all through WhatsApp to everybody like all at once, and oh God. Oh, I just really don't care. And then that in itself took like an hour and a half to do. God, and I'm over it. But I like it was funny because I had to get wine for my uncle. So when I went to the liquor store, they have these pre-made shots that are like, Miami Vice and B52 and strawberry shortcake and that bullshit. Like they're the swirly little like plastic cups you get.
Mhm.
So I found a bulk pack of like 20 for me, my brother, my sister-in-law, my cousin, my other sister-in-law, and some other people as well who are about our age. I'm just like, these are for us. Because we have to handle these people basically for the next 4 or 5 hours. And that's what it was. We were just like drinking every couple hours. We would go take shots like in the garage because we could.
Mhm. Mhm.
But we did that. I mean, everybody got their gifts and everything, and my aunt was recording everything and taking pictures and stuff like that. I'm just like, man, I don't care. I do not care right now. There were so many people. We ate so late, and I I was so miserable. I was like, man, this fucking blows.
Well, but I would say once a year, but you got to do it for other holidays too, right?
Yeah, we had to Thanksgiving as well, which I mean, like that was like that's fine. It's a small amount of people, and and everybody cooks. It's fine, but it's just like you could have ordered a bunch of pizzas from Papa John's this morning, and we would
Yeah,
have been
yeah.
perfectly fine. Like there was no need for this like ridiculous like Thanksgiving style meal again for Christmas.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
was no need for that. So
Yeah, I did not want to cook. I told you that my one son, his girlfriend wanted to come over. And so, yeah,
yeah, yeah,
everybody
yeah.
come over, right? So, this past Wednesday was Christmas Day. Well, there is a pretty nice buffet restaurant in town. It's not like your standard like Golden Corral or anything like that. This is a locally owned buffet. They've been around for like 40, 50 years, something like that. They were closed fucking Christmas Day because I had called to see if they were going to be open because I was going to make reservations because I'm like, I don't want to cook. I do not want to cook. Well, they were fucking closed. So, Christmas Eve, I had to go to the fucking grocery store and see, you know this from being in a small town. Um, our grocery stores, we have two, close at 6 p.m. on
Yep.
Christmas Eve.
Hmm.
So, and they don't open again until the day after Christmas.
Yep.
So I got like ham and chicken and two different kinds of potatoes, like the little potatoes and Idaho potatoes and carrots and green beans, and I got all kinds of shit. I had to work. I was doing some work, but got up Christmas morning early. And I decided, I'm just going to put everything in the crock pots. I'll put ham in crock pot. Uh, I have a lot of crock pots. So I'll put all the stuff in crock pots. And that way it can cook all day while I'm doing work stuff. And I put the shit in the crock pots. The kids were going to come over anywhere from 3 to 5. I was getting ready to cut the potatoes. I had the carrots in the crock pot. I had with carrots with honey and brown sugar. And then I had the green beans with a little bit of chicken broth and uh, onions and bacon. And then I had the ham with pineapple. That was in the crock pots, plugged them in. My older son's girlfriend is like, hey, Zachary's really sick. He's been up all night,
Oh God.
throwing up, sick. I said, okay. I said, I literally just put stuff in the crock pot, but that's okay. I said, well, let me know how he's doing. Maybe you guys can come over this weekend. And so then I had to get a hold of my other son, and he's like, well, we can still stop by because I had told him about putting the food in the crock pot. And I said, well, no, I'll just put the crock pots in the fridge, is what I'll do. But he's like, well, we'll still stop by because my, whatever her name is, um, got you a Christmas gift and she really wants you to have it. She got me, I showed you, but she got me a cat robe. Robe from. I love it. But yeah,
That is an awesome robe.
and so she stopped by, they stopped by, gave me that. I put the crock pots in the fridge. Fuck, I laid on my couch all day Christmas Day because Conrad went to his dad's with his girlfriend up in Columbia City at his grandparents. They had to be there at 6, and then my son was sick. So they, yesterday is when we did Christmas. But yeah, so these crock pots were sitting in the fridge. Now, of course, so the ham and everything had really soaked up the juices. So like the ham was really pineapple-y and the carrots were like brown from being soaking in brown sugar and honey. But that's fine.
I'm sure everything tasted amazing.
Everything was very sweet. That's the truth. But yeah, nobody ate the chicken because then I'm like pushed for nothing was turning out like it was supposed to because I got up and I made um cherry delight and I like from scratch. I and then I made crustless pecan pie from scratch.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't know why I bake now. I never did it when the kids were younger, but now I do. And um so last year Zachary had gotten me um a pressure cooker. It's just been sitting in the cupboard because I can't figure out how to turn the fucking thing on, right?
Mhm.
So the kids were going to be here in like 3 hours. And I wanted to cook the potatoes in there because I only have so many crock pots. I use like 4. And I'm like, well, I'll put these potatoes, I'll cut them up and put them in there, and then I'll make the mashed potatoes. They sat in there for over 3 hours and they didn't cook. Like, I don't know how to do this shit. So then I'm trying to boil these fucking potatoes. And the first pan I picked was too small to put them all in. So then we had to put them in a different pan. And then I'm trying to boil them. And then I'm trying to put butter and milk in there, use a mixer. And I'm like, Conrad, you like lumpy potatoes, right? Because I couldn't, the pan I had was like this tall and I couldn't get all the way down with the mixer. And I realized after we were eating, like there was still milk like down at the bottom of the pan that I didn't get to. Oh God, it was a mess. Such a fucking nightmare. But
Oh my
everybody
goodness.
ate really good. And they had I got these new rolls. They're Texas Roadhouse rolls. They were from Walmart. They were fucking good.
Oh yeah, yeah, I've heard about those. They're supposed to be
Yeah.
amazing.
I happened to pick them up. I normally just get Hawaiian rolls because they're sweet and we like them. But I saw those in the freezer section. I was like, oh, those probably be good. They were fucking awesome. You should get some. Yeah, they're very sweet because everything I had was sweet, evidently. Yeah. Oh my goodness. But
Yeah.
yeah. And then I had the boys help me move my room around because I gotta try to clean up after these cats. I gotta try to move things out of their way and stuff because yeah, they're a fucking nightmare. They're a nightmare, and yet I won't give any of them up.
Yeah.
Like literally before this started. So that new little kitten that I got from outside that I said I snatched him from his mother?
Yeah.
I haven't even named him yet. And my one cousin just sent me a message a little bit ago and he said, "Hey, my daughter would like a kitten for my granddaughter." He goes, "Do you happen to have any?" And I'm like, "No, but there's some outside. I can try to catch one for you. I can't give this little guy up." I'm like, Erica, this is family. They would love that cat. But I'm like, no, that's my cat.
You need to give him some of these cats so you can, go out and have a social life.
Oh my God. Yeah. Like, Erica, this little girl have her kitten. This is a cute ass fucking kitten. It would love to be loved on by a little girl, but I can't give it up. But yeah, these cats, I need to clean these carpets and I had a I finally started bagging all the one kid's fucking Conrad's clothes up. 5 bags of clothes were on his bedroom floor.
Jeez.
5 garbage bags full of clothes. I washed them all, folded them all, and twice now I've said, "Get your shit." And he's left it here.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm like, I'm gonna throw your shit away, is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, no joke. Yeah.
But yeah, I told you the one time he came over here for what did he come over here for? He got groceries out of the fridge, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I'm sitting there on the couch the other day and he stops in, he goes, "Well, I was in Fort Wayne." And he goes, "I just got back from Fort Wayne." So I'm like the first one of the, as he comes into town, and he goes, "And I'm out of toilet paper and you're closer than Walmart." So he goes and grabs toilet paper. And I'm like, "Is there anything else you need?" And then like another day he stops by and he's like, "I need some cold medicine." He goes, "You got the good stuff here." He got in the cupboard and got cold medicine. I'm like, motherfuckers. And then for Christmas, right? I
Yeah.
tell these boys, I said on this Amazon, I said, go ahead. I actually told them whatever website, you can go on whatever website, put stuff in the shopping cart or on a wish list and let me know what you want. I'll be damned. Like Conrad didn't put Lysol wipes and like 3 cases of like energy drinks, different
Oh
kinds.
my God.
And the older one did too. He put like drinks and all that. And I'm like, a body wash. The one kid had body wash. I'm like, you move out, and I'm still buying all this shit. What the fuck? So when they came over yesterday, I had it all sitting by the front door. I said, I am not wrapping body wash and shit for Christmas. Just take it out to your car. Like,
Oh my God. That is hilarious.
oh God. Yeah, like what the hell? I
Oh
mean,
my God.
because I told Conrad, I said, well, you got this new house. You can pick some stuff for the house. I'm thinking like
Yeah.
decorations, but dishes. No, Lysol wipes. He goes, well, you said to pick what I needed for the house. I was like, sure, I guess.
Jeez. Like that's hilarious. Because yeah, you think decorate like yeah, use the decorations, chairs, knives,
Yeah,
pictures, anything you need the kitchen
yeah.
wise, something like that. Not body wash.
And then I got confused as to which kid picked what. And I was like trying to cook, so it was last minute wrapping, and I'm throwing stuff in bags. And one of them had a knife sharpener. Well, Conrad took it out of the bag and he's looking at it. And I go, that is one of the things you put on your wish list, right? And he goes, no, I don't know what this is. And I'm like, oh, it's not yours then. And I took it out of his hand and I threw it to Zachary. I'm like, I just snatched it from one kid, throw it to the other. There, that was yours. I don't remember. And then there was a couple things that I guess I had wanted, and I put it on the wish list, but I completely forgot about it because there was like some tea tree um uh body wash shampoo thing. I probably read about it on the internet. And then there was like some pillows, and they came and I told Conrad, I said, you're the one that wanted the pillows, right? He goes, no, I didn't want pillows. And Zachary's like, no, I didn't want pillows. I'm like, somebody's getting these motherfucking pillows because I don't remember one pillows, but Here you go. So he's gonna get some pillows.
Oh God.
Well,
I got mom like the nicest Roku I could for the living room because the one she had was the little stick one that we got like 10 years ago for her.
yep, yep.
So,
Nice.
I mean like it still works, but like it's very slow. It's very, very
Yeah,
slow.
well, yeah. And I mean, those things you do want to keep up on them because technology just advances so much and
Yeah,
yeah.
so I got her like the brand new one where the remote recharges, it doesn't take batteries, it even glows in the
Oh,
dark. It has the lights
nice.
on it and everything. You can control. It has
Hell
voice
yeah.
control. It has actually connected to the TV so she can use only one remote to mess with the volume now as well.
Very
It'll
cool.
even though her TV's only 1080p, it will do 4K, but it's fine. Like it'll last another like 15 years. So it's fine. She got a brand new one, and it took me a few minutes to hook it up because just of the rat's nest of cables that are back there. But it's fine. It transferred. That's one thing I do like about Roku. It'll transfer all of your login stuff as well. You don't have to really re-log into anything.
Oh, that's cool.
That's something I love about it. It'll just transfer it all over to the other machine in like in a couple of minutes, and that's it. So yeah,
Yep,
so
yep.
she can watch all of her shows. It's all
All of her
good.
Hallmark shows.
Yeah, no joke. Oh my
But
God.
now the season's over. I mean, they're still out there, but it's just not the same feeling to watch them now.
No, no, no. You have that window
Yeah,
from like after Thanksgiving and then Christmas Day and then
yeah.
that's it. That's it. That's all you
No.
got.
Yeah, now they don't interest me
Yeah.
anymore. And I never did get to watch all the ones I wanted. I was like, okay, what's on now?
It's funny because I kept hearing Netflix had a handful and I think they're trying to get into that game too.
Yes, they did. And they were actually pretty good. They had Lacey God, she does a lot of Hallmark movies. A couple of them with Lacey Schubert or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't say her name, but yeah, she was and they were like they built upon each other. Like two of them that she was in, they were um like a sequel.
Oh,
Let's put it
that's
that way.
interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah, yeah. So it was all the same people. Yeah. I was
They
like,
probably
oh.
they probably saved in production because they started shooting for a month. They shot for 6 weeks.
They filmed it back to back, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, just saved the
Oh,
money.
good.
They got paid a little bit more, but they saved
It
money
was
like shooting.
smart. It was smart. But yeah, one of the movies that I was in finally came out, one that I was waiting for. You can't stream it for free though, but The Elder Hunters,
Oh yeah, we've been talking about that.
yeah, it is on Amazon now. Yeah, for rent or for purchase.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, I was kind of I think my screams were cut down a little bit, but that's okay. They had to do their magic to make it um to get it out there. But yeah, that one finally came out. I was quite excited. And then uh the premiere of A Hard Place is January 12th
Yep. Yep.
over in Dayton, Ohio.
Oh yeah.
That's exciting
Yeah.
too. So
Yeah, that's happening. I will be out of town that weekend.
yep. Where are you going now?
I'm going south.
South. Nice.
Yep. I'm going to
Nice.
I'm going to Florida.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah,
Very cool.
I got that worked out. Um, what is it? Oh yeah, there's another one on your Facebook. Bring me a skin for dancing in.
That's actually been out.
Oh, okay.
That,
Okay.
yeah, that's on Tubi TV. That's one of them that I didn't even realize it came out. Um, I just happened upon it on Tubi TV. So what I've been doing, like I keep going through like my IMDb and some movies I've even forgotten I was in. Isn't that terrible? Um, that's sad. Um,
Well, you've done a lot in the last couple of years,
I
so
know, and there were some movies I was supposed to be in and then never was. It's kind of irritating, but um yeah, so I've been trying to catch the movies that I've been in, maybe just a tiny part. Most of them I'm just a tiny part, but that's actually a good one. Bring Me a Skin for Dancing in. That was better than I thought it was going to be.
That's good.
Um, yeah, it has that feeling of like older 70s,
Oh, nice. Okay.
grainy look. Yeah. Yeah, the writer director is from England.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and that's where most of it was filmed. Now, the scenes that I were in were filmed in California, but most of it was filmed in England. Yeah.
Well, that's good. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure, if they had, they probably had a bunch of backers that were in the US. So they're just like, well, we'll just come over
Yep.
here and,
Yeah, I'm pretty
film it
sure
here.
that's what it was. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, because and they had is it Vernon Wells? Was that who I was
Probably.
with? Yeah. I just posted a picture of him. I think that's his name. I can never remember. People, I get so confused. Yeah, Vernon Wells. No. Yeah, Vernon Wells. Why is there a baseball player named Vernon Wells too? Okay. But yeah, Vernon Wells, he was in it. And so he was in California. So yeah, it was probably the backers thing where they got him. And then because I knew like at least six of us that were there filming
Okay.
were all backers. And I'm quite sure more were. But those were just the six that I knew.
Hmm.
So yeah. Yeah, but that was actually fairly that was pretty good. Pretty good.
How about Desert Fiends?
Um that premiered, but I did not go.
Okay.
Um, two reasons I didn't go. One, it was kind of a short turnaround. It was on a Friday. Wanted to go, and I probably could have went, but I would have had to leave like fly out Thursday night or Friday morning, and I'm working now. But I could have made it work had I not been irritated. Um, I
Fair enough.
not only invested in that movie, a financial stake, very small, but a financial stake. I
Hmm.
also put money into the Indiegogo, like another 1,000.
Yeah.
So I think total it was like, was it, I don't know, $5,000 or $6,000, okay, that I
Oh,
put towards
geez.
this movie. When they were posting about the premiere, the tickets were like $20. And I said, well, what about those that actually backed the movie? I'm not, if all I did was an Indiegogo, no, I don't expect you to invite me to the premiere
Hmm.
and for free.
Yeah.
But if I put $5,000 towards your movie, the least you could do is give me a seat in that theater.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Yeah.
And the response was, well, we need to sell the tickets to pay for the place. They wanted me to pay for a ticket. And I was like,
What they no no
I
what
ain't paying for a ticket.
what they should have done is ask people like you who had backed it a lot first and been like, can you come out? Are you going to be able to come out?
Yep.
And obviously made it free, but at least asked, hey, can you make? Are you going to make it? And then
Yep.
and I'm sure only a few of you would have, and then marked off those seats as reserved.
Well, and that's the thing. I found out about the premiere the same time everybody else did on Facebook. It wasn't even like um anything like reaching out and saying, hey, this is going to premiere. Because actually, A Hard Place that premiered out in California for the cast and the crew and some select people like investors and that. I couldn't go.
Yeah.
That I couldn't go to because I had something to do like the very next day. And I'm like, well, shit, I can't fly to California, go to this premiere and fly back immediately. So I couldn't do that one. But their main premiere is now going to be in Dayton. So that would have been amazing to have a premiere, for the cast and crew and everybody get to see it and blah blah blah. But No. I mean, I found out about desert beans same time as everybody else. And when I posted that on Facebook, like, hey, um, they actually deleted my comment. And
Jesus.
I got a private message saying, hey, we're not making it well known that we did points like that and smaller investments because we didn't do it very many of those smaller investments. Oh, that probably sounded terrible. I was taking cat hair off the microphone. Um, we didn't do many of those smaller investments. We really don't want word to get out that we allowed that.
What the fuck?
Oh, okay. So what you're telling me is the next movie you do, I won't be in or interested in. Gotcha. So I said, okay, so let me know when it starts getting distributed because I'll expect that money back. and
Jeez.
and then what about the other movie that I was in that you never put out? And they're like,
Jeez.
well, I don't really care about that movie because I think this movie's going to be better. Oh, okay. So I don't know if we'll ever get to see that other movie, but yeah, that really irritated me
Jesus.
big time.
Yeah.
Movie is probably going to be amazing though. I heard it was good.
That's
I heard
good.
it was
That's good.
really good.
That's really
But
good.
and that's I mean, they raised a shit ton of money. So my little 5 grand was nothing compared to
Yeah, but
what did they raise? 150, 200 grand, something like that.
yeah,
So
but still, like you put in a good chunk of money.
yeah.
That's, yeah, they
Well,
raise, quarter of a million, but still, like,
and there's a difference between we raised this money on Indiegogo by giving you something like a part or a product or this or that, because that's their money, even if they don't give you what they promised you. That's considered a donation
yeah,
by Indiegogo. My money is a signed contract for that 5 grand. Yeah, I gave you some on the Indiegogo, but we're talking about something else here. We're talking about an investment.
yeah,
Was it a tiny investment? Yes. But it was one of, was it 5 or 6 I did this past year? Um, so yeah, it's all right. That's how you figure out who to work with and who don't, who
yeah,
not to
no,
work with.
exactly, exactly, exactly.
That's all right. You make me happy, then I'm happy. you know, I don't know how
Yeah.
else to.
Well,
Yeah.
just so you know, you're hearing this from me. Somebody's working on it, but Screw Year's Eve will come out
Nice.
October of next year. I got to get with I think once New Year's starts, we'll start hard editing it. I think a teaser trailer is supposed to come out New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. I forget what we're doing, but I have to talk to these guys and figure it out. But that has to happen. So, but we're
Oh,
ready.
exciting.
But we have I'm the one who had all the footage. I had all the footage on my end because I brought it up from Augusta. I gave it to the guy who's gonna actually run the editing stuff himself. If he needs help, he'll talk to me. It might be a thing where like I do a scene, he does a scene, and we kind of keep going until we get it correct kind of
Uh-huh,
thing. But we'll
uh-huh.
figure it out. But there's still some things we need to shoot because there's a lot of holes we need to fill in that. But it's our deadline is for a premiere or a hard cut to be October of next year.
Nice. Yeah, because sometimes when you're editing is when you realized you need some additional footage, right? Like
Well, I mean,
something
it's
needs tied together a little better.
yeah, but it's one of those things where like I was sick while they were doing the majority of the filming, and
Oh, yeah,
that
you
pissed me off.
were.
That fucking killed me. I fucking hated that I was sick that time. It really was. It was really terrible. But had I been there, because my idea was like, oh, I'm gonna read the script, like 3 or 4 times before I go, with these guys and work and try to figure out if there's anything like, um, that we need extra that would like move the thing along or at least be a transition between scenes. And so like that was going to be something I was going to do, but like I couldn't since I was there. So we when it's going to be one of those things where we edit, we're going to have to like figure out that stuff later on. So yeah, plus I think we're gonna have to shoot a couple of things next year for sure that'll kind of fill it in, but it's not gonna be a lot. It'll just be like one day things we do during the weekends.
Hmm.
But we've got the majority of it done. The trailer we cut together in a day, it wasn't that bad. Cleaned up the audio, cleaned a lot of stuff up. So it was good. But because I've put in some time into it and helped these guys out. But one thing I've told the director Richard is like, this movie will not have shitty audio.
Good.
It is not going to
Yeah.
have shitty audio. I don't care if the movie looks like crap, but I will pay somebody to make the audio sound good if I have to. It's fine
Yeah.
because I don't want there to be like the unbalanced audio and it like loud in
Hmm.
one thing and soft in the other or whatever. Like I can't deal with that.
Yeah.
I cannot deal with that.
I hate, yeah, there's some movies that I'm in where you can tell it's like, oh, that's somebody that filmed in like a big room with no, just like a regular, probably
I,
laptop or their phone,
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
just, you can tell the difference.
Yeah. And it was one of those things where like the trailer we were putting together, I used some AI software to clean the audio, and there was a world of difference. So
Nice.
that was good. So I'll probably be the one like cleaning the audio that we use for a lot of the stuff during the scenes, just so we can have like good audio. And these guys and that was going to be my job like for those 4 days of hard shooting was going to be running audio. Like that was going to be my entire job, which I was happy to do. I didn't care because like I wanted to sound good, but because I wasn't there, they just
Yeah.
had somebody kind of like put the recorder on a tripod and aim it in the general direction of the actors. So at least they got like good audio files that we can work from. It's raw audio, so it'll be easier to work with. So it'll be
Hmm.
good. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun. At least they got something as opposed to nothing. So there's that too.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, that was my
I
stipulation on
can't
working.
wait.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was my stipulation for working on this. It's like we have to have good audio. I don't care if everything else is crap. Like the audio has to be, good. So there's that, and yeah,
Very cool.
that should be coming out soon. Now, well, like I said, next year October. I'm gonna try to push for a premiere because I know there's a smaller theater in Atlanta that will do a premiere.
Oh,
That
that'll be
won't
fun. I'll
that
have to
won't.
come down.
Yeah. When things start coming together, I'll let you know for sure.
Okay.
But
Because I know Kathy will come with me.
That's true. That's true. Um, but yeah, that's once we get closer to that, I'll figure that out because it's not going to cost an arm and a leg to rent it out, thankfully, because I know there's the bigger small theater there, the plaza off of Ponce or whatever, and that one's huge. You're talking like I think 2,500 for like a Saturday premiere for the main screen, you know, which is a lot. But I think the small one will do it for maybe half or a quarter of that. And it won't be that bad. And plus, they do a lot of fun stuff anyway, so it'll be fine. I think it'll be okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
But yeah, we'll cross the bridge when we come to it. So yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Do you watch Squid Games at all?
I watched the first season. I have not watched the second season at all.
Okay. I binge watched the second season today.
How is it? Is
So
it
I rewatched the first season um over the past couple days, and then I binge watched the second season today. It's good, but I love the first season.
gotcha?
I've watched the first season probably 3 times now.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that first season. Um, and watching it again, I keep finding different things because now I'm looking for clues and looking for things. Um, Second season is shorter. Um, very action packed. But
Mhm.
yeah, Kathy's watched it too, so you'll have to watch it and then you can get in on the convo about it because like we're guessing on different things of what will be in the third season. But they
Gotcha.
say the third season will be the final season.
Yeah,
So,
that's the thing about like other country dramas, like they know how to end it. They will do a
Yeah.
3 season arc and that's it. The American ones are like, we're gonna keep milking this until it dies. Like you need to
Yeah,
calm down.
until it becomes a shitty show that
Yeah,
should have ended, 5 seasons ago. I
yeah.
hate that shit.
Thank you, Supernatural.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, God, that sucks. There's so many shows that I loved in the beginning, then it just got to a point I'm like, God, it's not even good. I'm just watching it because I feel like I have to watch it.
Yeah, I mean there and like there are a couple that were cut short, and I'm glad they were. Like there was one Tacoma FD from the Broken Lizard guys. It
Mm,
has 4 seasons, and they didn't get a fifth one. And I'm just like, good, you didn't get a fifth one. It's fine. You had four hilariously solid seasons. Great show.
yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah,
I think even Key and Peele, like they said in the beginning we're cutting it off at 5 seasons. I'm like, that's great. We went out on top
yeah, yeah.
because yeah, that show is incredibly rewatchable. All the skits are hilarious. Like it's a great show.
Well, and a lot of people thought Seinfeld was crazy because he was still getting lots of money. They were still very high ratings when he ended that show.
Mhm.
And that's what he said. He wanted to end while it was still a good show
Mhm.
and that on top. Now, their last episode was fucking stupid as hell, but I mean, you ended it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You ended it very stupidly, but you ended it. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
No, yeah, I think yeah, you ended on top, which is always a good thing because then if you ended on top and even if you ended on a good note, you're still going to have the rewatch stuff, you'll have the stuff afterwards. You'll be able to find a wider audience later on, so there's that. I mean, like I'll say this, like Scrubs, I'm glad it went for 8 seasons, I think is what it did, or 7 seasons, whatever. That's one that, was, kind of like stood the test of time.
Yeah.
And I guess because it was dealing with the medical industry and you were getting into the procedural stuff in the begin, like they were just starting then to do kind of a comedy drama. Um, it was fun because people wanted it, it was good.
Yeah.
Even though,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you like Tyler, is it Labine?
Tyler Bean,
Bean?
yes, yeah.
Yep. So have you ever seen the series Deadbeat?
Yes, I know Deadbeat, yes.
So I watched that the first time on Hulu. It's actually on Tubi TV now.
They sold it to Tubi. Yep.
Yep, yep. I'm starting to rewatch it. I actually really enjoyed that show. There
Yeah.
was another one that I really liked that was on Hulu, and then it just kind of stopped. I hope Tubi picks up more of those. And
Yeah,
I
that
hope they
seems
do what like Netflix did, where they at least throw another episode at us.
well, it seems like Tubi is starting to do their own original stuff. It's starting to become a thing now, and I think they're
Mm.
they're starting to become like it seems like Tubi and Pluto TV are starting to become like the alternative to Netflix and everything else because people are like finding
Netflix is
stuff.
getting pricey,
Yeah,
fucking
I mean,
pricey,
I
man.
haven't I haven't had Netflix in about 2 years. I get it for like a month and watch like
Hmm.
I'll binge watch, like probably Squid Game 2, with season 2, and then I
Hmm.
won't pay for it for again. So
Yeah.
that's what you want to do.
They just all of them keep just getting too fucking expensive. But I'll tell you, so I got Walmart Plus, and as part of Walmart Plus, which you get, discount on your gas and you can get free shipping and, grocery delivery and shit like that. You
Mhm.
still got a tip. But you also get like the free basic Paramount Plus.
Okay.
And Paramount Plus and Showtime are together. So you're actually getting Showtime also.
Yeah, actually, I think during Black Friday they had a lot of deals where like you could get basically trial versions of those stuff for
Hmm.
like you got like even Paramount Plus with Showtime you got it for 2 months for like three
Yep.
bucks or $6 something. It was like ridiculous, and I was just
Yeah.
ending mine. Um, because one thing I've done, and I need to do this more, is that if you cancel your subscription, they give you a discount when you cancel to
Yeah.
keep you on. So I always do that because I'm an asshole, and I just don't feel like paying full price, and so I do that
Yeah.
because and like I had Paramount Plus and Showtime. I think it went down because they gave me the 50% off thing for 3 months, and I was like I had it for $4 a month, and I was like that's fine,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So I did
No,
that.
that's probably my favorite one right now. And Hulu then switched where you had a choice because of course you got Disney
Hmm.
and Hulu. which I don't know why they're putting Hulu shit on the Disney Plus, but whatever. They should keep those separate. But uh the package I had ESPN. Well, we don't watch ESPN, but for the same price I could get Max.
Hmm.
And that also has HBO.
Hmm.
So I got that too. But yeah, some of them are getting too fucking expensive. I love Apple Plus or Apple TV Plus, but damn, their prices have gone up to the point where I'm like, I don't know if you're worth that.
Yeah,
You know.
it's
Mm.
funny because I've talked to the guys on the other podcast about this, and I don't know if you're familiar with Plex or what that is at all. Are you?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Years ago I had it.
Okay. I think what's going to happen is you're going to have people who are really into backing up their media on Plex and really nice servers. I think what's going to happen is you're going to have people sharing these servers with other people across the world, and they're going to be able to watch a bunch of stuff that they want to. And
Okay.
there's going to be I'm sure there's going to be a thing where like you'll be able to like roll your own server on Plex and make a couple of cents off of advertising or something, some shit like that. I'm sure something's going to happen.
Okay.
So I think yeah, because like you said, either these platforms like Netflix and Hulu and things are going to have to bundle together and be to become even competitive, or people are going to start rolling over their own Plex service and being like,
Mm,
hey buddy, here's the code for mine. You get like I don't know, you get all the like the nudie cutie movies from the '70s on mine, and then like some guy be like, hey, you get all the current shit on mine. Like you're gonna
hmm.
have to you're gonna have access to a lot of like servers along, in the coming years because I think that's what's gonna happen. People will start backing up their stuff and putting things on there, and it'll be easier just to like help out a friend and be like, yo, I got this stuff, watch it off this thing,
Yeah.
because they're not going to want to pay for this stuff. Even now, I mean, we're even now, the US is fighting for film stuff because I think in the last 2 or 3 years, this has been the least amount of filming that's done. Even people in Atlanta are like hurting because there are no
Well,
projects coming up either.
fucking everything stopped in 2020 because of COVID, and then 2021 it started back up, but it wasn't really until 2023 it started getting big again, and then we had the strikes.
Hmm. Yep.
So like it has really been the last 4 years have really been shitty
Yeah,
because
and
there were
here's
some good shows that shut down in 2020.
agreed. Agreed. And here's the funny thing. Stranger Things ended right before Christmas.
Mm,
They completed the season right before Christmas. I mean days before. Days before. I think it was like the week before Christmas they completed the show. They were done filming. And I know from a friend from a producer in Atlanta that like they're 100 million plus dollars over budget. You know.
mm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just
They're and
ridiculous.
the show's probably not going to come out for another year. It'll be like November of next year we'll get the show. They said March in the beginning, but now I think it's going to be November.
Mm.
So, and apparently they had to like use AI to de-age the kids because of like you said, the strike and the pandemic and everything. They had to do that because they were looking too old.
Oh
Because
God.
these kids can drink now.
Oh
Like
shit.
these kids can fucking drink. Like they're
Well,
21 and
hell, the
20.
girl's married.
Yeah, she's married. She's married. So, and Finn Wolfhard has a 5 o'clock shadow. Like it doesn't hold water anymore. It's just very weird.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's how it is.
They should have did something like the whole thing that went on aged them prematurely or something.
Yeah,
They
I
woke up and they
agree.
were suddenly aged. That would they could have done that.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true. And I think they're gonna like do a cartoon or something with just their voices later on or whatever, or maybe something
Yeah.
different. So there's that. But I mean,
That's another one. I've watched the first season and I never saw another one.
I absolutely love that show. I know season two is extremely hokey, like when they have no, season three, yeah, season two is really hokey where they have like the Russians in the mall or whatever, like that are
Oh,
underneath
okay.
them.
Maybe I did start watching a couple episodes of season two and then just didn't get into it. So maybe I should rewatch it.
Yeah, I don't know. It like it hit for us like the music and everything and just the tone and the whole like
Okay.
conspiracy theory stuff and I don't know. I liked it a lot and a bunch of the guys in the podcast like it too. So we're just big fans. I know. right before it's gonna come out, we're gonna do the tour of the town they shot in down here in Atlanta. So we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll make a video for that whenever that happens, so we can, do that stuff. But
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Oh, also, I got some good news right before Christmas. My short that is on, yeah, my short that's on Film Freeway
Yeah,
got
yeah, yeah.
accepted to the New Jersey Indian International Film Festival.
Nice.
So they sent me an email, I think it was the 18th, and said,
Yeah.
"Oh, you've been accepted." So, and it's funny because they're like, "Oh, and like it was hilarious because like the excuses, oh, we're not doing an actual film festival because of COVID, which is bullshit. We're gonna do an online one." I'm like, "Whatever, fine, don't give a shit. I was just accepted. I don't care."
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I'm waiting to hear back from one in Barcelona to see when if
That'd
I
be
got accepted
cool.
to that if I got accepted to that either because I know that one's coming up soon. It's like January 7th is the notification date for that. So we'll see. It still says undecided, so we'll see.
That would be really cool though.
Yeah, no, it'd be great. It would be wonderful. We just need to make another short film or actually make a movie or something next year. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
If I have the time.
That would be awesome.
If I have the
That
time.
would be I know in between all of the businesses that you're doing and all the everything else,
That's
your
true.
travels.
Oh God, yeah, my
Oh.
travels, my work, my everything. God. Yeah, it was funny. I was talking to John, my friend. You know who he is. You've seen his dick.
I have. I'll admit it.
um
Not the fun way, but kind of like a traumatic, scarring way.
oh God. It was funny because we were talking that he's like a year isn't enough time. It's like, yeah, we need like 18 months to be a year now because there's too much shit. We got too much shit going on. I'm like, you're not wrong.
Yep.
You're not wrong at
Yep.
all. Oh well. Oh well. But we're gonna try to get some more interviews on this podcast. Hopefully a few more people.
No, I'm sure we will. And hopefully we'll get people writing us, ericadyerpodcast at gmail.com.
Exactly.
But yeah, yeah, it's like I told Kathy, I was like, I like talking to Nick, but I don't even know why we need to do the podcast because ain't nobody, it's not like we got like any real movement, which, again, we're not keeping up with it because I get sidetracked with things like Whatnot. Have you ever heard of that website or that?
Yes.
Oh my God, I have spent so much money on that site. And now Kathy and I want to sell on it. I'm like, it's so voyeuristic because you're like watching into these people's homes. Like some of them are just like legit, like selling shit out of their homes. Yeah. Which is why I got all this shit back here. That's all Whatnot shit that I bought. The whole stack. All Whatnot shit.
Oh my
I
gosh.
bought so much in one day, the credit card company, because I have it automatically go through the card.
Hmm.
So for those that don't know Whatnot, it's an auction app, basically. And so individuals such as myself, like maybe I find I get a pallet of clothes, or I find things at the thrift store and I can sell them. And I can set up this little auction, record it, and I can start them at $1 and then, ship them out. So, but every time you win an auction, even if it's $1, it charges your credit card. And I bought so much shit in one day. The credit card company didn't contact me just once, they contacted me twice to make sure it wasn't fraud.
Oh my God.
Like, no, it's not fraud. What kind of, I don't even remember what kind of, a Michael Kors dress for $5. It's not fraud. Oh, oh, Jesus, Erica.
Oh God. Actually, the suit I was wearing at the wedding was Michael Kors.
Was it?
It was. It was funny because that
Nice.
was the only size I could find when I went to Macy's, and it would happen to be Michael Kors, and I was like, all right, it's fancy.
This will work. Yep. This will
Yeah,
work.
exactly. It was nice and fancy.
But yeah, and I Yeah. Kathy loves Michael Kors. That's her favorite purse. Um, Purses is Michael Kors. She'll probably sell some of those. But yeah, Kathy and I are talk about selling on Whatnot because like half this shit doesn't fit me because again, you're buying online and it's a very fast auction because some of them like auctions can be very fast anyways, but some of these people do like 5 seconds or 10-second auctions. Like, come on, bid, bid, bid. Okay, nope. Five, four, three, two, one. And you're like, do I want it? I guess I want it. And I find sometimes I'm bidding against myself. Oh, I gotta get it, gotta get it. And
Oh
it
my God.
was me the whole time. Yeah, it was very addictive. Very addictive.
But that's wild. Yeah, I've heard of Whatnot. I've seen people talk about it a couple times, but I've never done it, so I don't know. But it looks like a social media auction site is what it looks like.
Yeah, it's coins. My son's got a shit ton of coins. And Conrad, like the one auction I won, it was for like a bunch of foreign bills. And of course, they're like in a sleeve and stuff like that. And so I threw all these coins on the bed and I said, you guys pick which ones you want, because some
Hmm.
of them were like the silver, like 1 ounce coins. Some of them were like a commemorative coins, like JFK and that. And like I had those bills, and Conrad's like, rupees? Mom, what are you gonna do with rupees? Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I won the auction. Just pick
Oh
what you
God.
want.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Rupees are worth fucking nothing. I think it's like 70 rupees to one US dollar. Like it's terrible. It's
Yeah,
incredibly
I
terrible.
don't even know how much I paid for them. I'm like, I don't know. Just separate them. Pick what you
There
want.
you go. There you go.
I want them. That's all I know. Oh God, yeah. So I did settle down because I bought a lot of shit. Um, but I get like that. I get like addicted.
Yeah. Yeah. I get that too. Trust me. It happens to me too. And I have to like not spend the money.
Yeah, yeah. And then later on, I'm like, just like this sounds so fucking stupid, but everything is so automatic now. Like, oh, I need cat food, so I'll buy it. And I just do it on my phone, Amazon or
Yeah.
Walmart or
Yeah. Oh,
whatever.
exactly. Yeah.
And I must have did it twice in a day and forgot because I have like you gotta remember all these boxes get delivered. I know these delivery people fucking hate me. How many boxes of cat food did I get? So like the cases of the cans,
Yeah.
um, almost 20. So I think I I must have forgot I bought some and then bought some more and maybe bought some more after that. I all these boxes started showing up. And I was like, oh, cat food. And it's like, oh, well, I got some more cat food. Oh, I don't remember ordering this cat food, but okay, I guess I got some cat food.
There
I
you
mean,
go.
it's like,
And then more cat food.
I was like, oh, okay, we got some cat food for a while. I wonder if I should call my cousin. Does he need some cat food? I'm like, oh, good Lord. Yeah, I got some cat food to last me for a while. And then I'm looking at them. I'm like counting them. I'm like, for the cans, if you get a case of 24 cans of cat food, or even 40, I'll do 40 because I try to get the cases that have 40 cans of cat food. It's not unusual to pay 24, $25 for that case. Could be up to $30, depending on what kind of
Yeah.
you're getting. And if you think about it, I literally downstairs in my kitchen have like 15 to 18 cases right now. I, I bought a lot of cat food. No wonder why I can't pay my credit card off. I'm like, what the fuck? Where do I get all this cat food between whatnot and the cat food? Oh, yeah. I just got to find a place to put all the cat food. It'll probably last me a month.
Oh my God, that's wow. That's a lot of cat food. I didn't realize it was gonna go that quickly.
Yeah,
Oof,
well, I go through um 8 to 10 cans a day.
oof, that's a lot.
I know I really shouldn't feed the outside cats wet cat food, but
Yeah,
they get
you.
so happy. When I go outside, they all come running, and then I feel bad if I don't give them wet cat food because they look at me like the cats on the back porch, literally, they'll stand on the furniture and start knocking on the door if I don't go. I know. I'm like, if I would just stop feeding them, they would go away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But they're so cute. Yeah, I really do need to stop because I go through too much cat food.
Yeah. 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 Just feed the inside ones and slowly give those, to people who really want, cats and stuff.
I know. I really like I haven't even named that one that newest cat. I have a name for it.
You
I
should
keep
give
trying to give it to my son,
well,
but
you need
he
to give
won't
it to that
take it.
you need to give it to that little girl that wanted them.
Oh, I know if my son has it, I could still see it and I'll get pictures of it. I'll feel like it's still in the family.
Oh my God. You need to open up a cat cafe. That's what you need to open. You need to open up a cat
I
cafe
thought about it.
so people can like and here's the thing. You can buy a really nice coffee machine from Amazon for 3 grand. It'll make any kind of coffee you want. Just have somebody stand behind the register. Get two of them. Have somebody stand behind the register, charge for it, press 3 buttons, make the coffee, give it to them, and then people can like have Wi-Fi, pet cats, and drink coffee, and then that's all you need. That's all you need.
Oh God. Yeah, but see, I couldn't adopt the cats out. You could just come and
No,
pet the
no, 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 no.
cats.
That's all it is. That's all it is. From 9 to like 6, that people can come just drink coffee, be in the cafe, and like pet cats. That's it. You're not renting them out. You're not like pouring out your cats. You're just letting people like interact with them while they have coffee and do their work. That's it.
Oh
Because
God.
I know there's a cat cafe here in Atlanta, and I've seen a couple of them like in other places as well too.
Yeah, yeah, we got one in Fort Wayne. I've never gone, but yeah.
You
Um,
need to go look at it and copy their business model.
yep. I've looked a few of them up. I thought that would be really neat.
hmm
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, why
So you
not?
got any plans for New Year's then? You said you got a party?
Well, it's not really a party. It's just like my friends get together every year.
Okay.
It's basically a way for me to like travel back to Atlanta, like in an easier way. That's really what it is. Because I'll pack all my stuff and like they're on my way to Atlanta. It's just like I stop by their place to party, and then the next day I get up and I have to, I'll drive back home. So, but then I have to go. I have to go home that night on the first because I have to clean. I have to start cleaning for when my mom and my uncle come that
Hmm.
Friday night. So.
Yeah.
The place is at least to be presentable. So I'm sure there's some like I'm sure there have been packages on my door for like a week that I ordered stuff for and didn't mail it to the correct
Yeah.
place. So I don't know if they're still there or not. We'll find out. We'll find out.
Hopefully.
Yeah, we'll find out. I don't know. I'm
Hopefully.
hopefully
Oh,
they fit in in my small little mailbox or whatever that I have there. So whatever.
can you see how fat this cat is?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
Wow.
he might be diabetic.
Wow. Need to only give you need
He's
to only give
fat.
it you only give him like a quarter of a can a day or something.
He's like, I swear to God, he's over 20 pounds.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, you moving him around took some effort.
He's he's fucking solid too. He's heavy.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna have to take him to the vet.
need to get one of those giant wheels that they can run on.
He's fat. Yeah. You fat?
I always see those giant wheels that these cats run on, and all I can think of is just like, why didn't you put a small little generator there and like make some energy and like charge your phone or something? That's
It
all I
would
can.
be fucking awesome.
That's all I can think of. It's like just put like a little
Oh
wheel there
God.
with like a pulley and just like I don't know, charge a phone, charge a battery, do something.
Oh, that would be so fucking cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody's thought of that, like and there's an accessory you can put on there or something. I don't, I'm
Oh
sure.
shit. That is good.
But yeah, no, yeah, we have my friends that'll get together, and it's basically our like Christmas, New Year's thing that we always do because we always get together during that time. It's just
That's
easier.
cool.
It's easier to get together like after everybody, after all the family stuff is done.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
it'll be, yeah, it'll be easier.
Kathy and I might go to the comedy club. I mean, last year I didn't do shit. Last few years I haven't done anything. Well, what am I saying? Probably the last 10 years I haven't done anything. Um, but she said she wanted to do something this year, and we were thinking about going to a comedy club. So
Yeah, well, why not? Have
we'll
some
see.
fun,
Yeah,
have some laughs, have a drink.
yeah, exactly.
Why not?
All right. Are you ready for the cards?
Yep, let's
Or
do it.
anything else you want to go over?
Nope.
All
I'm good.
right.
I'm good.
Let's do our badass affirmations first. Winners focus on winning. Losers focus on winners. Okay, that's kind of deep. All right. Last one. When life knocks you down, get back up and say you hit like a bitch. And on that note, can't wait to hear about your next adventure in the new year. And I hope other people write us and tell us how their New Year's is. ericadyerpodcast at gmail.com.